My name is Ketan Joshi. I'm here to organize a presentation on organizational issue at Apple Incorporation. That first thing is that Apple Incorporation faces significant challenges in its international business management due to the increasing security and regulation of data privacy and security. This issue is particularly pertinent given the global push for stricter data protection laws and the potential impact on Apple's operation, consumer trust, and compliance cost. Next thing is the impact of increasing data privacy regulation. First one is operational cost and complexity. Here are some key features that regulatory compliance, data localization. Regulatory compliance means Apple must adapt its system and processes to comply with diverse regulations like GDPR, CCPA, and others in various ju- 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 jurisdictions. The next thing is the product development and innovation. Here are some key features like design changes, delayed rollouts, which means compliance with privacy regulation might necessitate changes in product design and functionality such as enhanced user consent mechanism and more robust data protection features, which means design changes. And delayed rollouts mean adapting new products to meet varying regulatory standards could delay launches or increase time to market. Next thing is the legal and financial risk. First one is fines and penalties, which means non-compliance can result in substantial fines and legal costs, impacting Apple's financial performance and reputation. Next one is litigation risk. Increased security and regulation might lead to more legal disputes or class action lawsuits related to data privacy. Next one is the importance of data privacy. Regulatory compliance means data privacy laws such as GDPR that I already explained. And next one is consumer trust. Consumers are increasingly concerned about how their data is handled. Companies that demonstrate strong data protection practice can build and maintain trust with while those that fail to do so may face reputational damage and loss of consumer loyalty. Next one is business operations. Effective data privacy practices are essential for smooth business operations. They help prevent data breaches, reduce operational risk, ensure that data handling processes are efficient and aligned with legal requirements. Third one is the organizational issue increasing security and regulation of data privacy and security. The first one is challenge. The challenge of for Apple Incorporation is increasing security and complexity of data privacy and security regulation across different jurisdictions. As data privacy laws become more stringent and varied globally, Apple must navigate a complex regulatory landscape leading to operational and strategic difficulties. Next thing is the strategies for addressing in the challenge like unfiled compliance framework and invest in adaptive technologies. Fourth one is there is an example between GDPR versus US data protection regulations. GDPR, the General Data Protection Regulation (GDPR) imposes strict requirements on data collection, storage, and processing. It mandates that companies obtain explicit consent from users, provide rights to data access and deletion, and enforces substantial fines for non-compliance. The US Data Protection Regulation, which means in contrast, US data protection laws are more fragmented, while the California Consumer Privacy Act (CCPA) offers some data protection rights similar to GDPR. Other states have their own regulation. There is no federal standard. The research methodology, research questions. There's some research question. First one is how do data privacy regulation impact Apple Incorporation international operations and what strategies can mitigate these effects? First one is the qualitative method. The objective of that method to gain in-depth insights into challenges and strategies related to data privacy regulation from industry professionals. The methods are interviews with compliance officers and interviews with data protection experts. The first interview with compliance officer is that to target participants, compliance officer and manager from incorporation and other relevant organizations. The purpose of that is to understand the operational impacts of data privacy regulation, including implementation challenges and resource allocation and strategy responses. The interview structure is that semi-structured interviews to allow flexibility in responses while ensuring key topics are covered. Questions will focus on specific regulations, compliance challenges, and mitigating strategies. Next one is interview with data protection experts, like to target participants such as legal advisors and consultants. The purpose of that is to gather expert opinions on best practices for compliance and emerging trends in data privacy laws and effective strategies for managing regulatory impact. Next one is a quantitative method. The objective of that method to measure the impact of data privacy regulation on Apple operations and evaluate the effectiveness of strategies through numerical data. The methods are analysis of compliance costs, data source, financial reports, internal compliance budgets, and expenditure reports related to data privacy. These are metrics compare compliance cost before and after major regulatory changes. For example, GDPR enforcement analyze trends in spending on data protection technology, legal fees, and staffing. And there is some consumer trust metrics like data source surveys, customer feedback, and trust scores for third-party agencies. And metrics are analyze changes in consumer trust and perception related to data privacy. And next one is data analysis. There's two key features: qualitative insights and quantitative trends. Qualitative insights mean regulatory adaptation, data protection. Like Apple faces challenges in adapting to varying regulation across different regions. In contrast to the data protection means ensuring consistent data protection practices globally is crucial for Apple. The quantitative trends are compliance cost and consumer trust. There is a noticeable trend where high compliance costs driven by stringent regulation are linked to stronger consumer trust. And there are some recommendations. Enhance compliance infrastructure that invest in advanced compliance technologies. Apple should continue to invest in cutting-edge technologies that facilitate compliance with global regulations. And hire experts, recruit legal and compliance experts with deep knowledge of regional regulation to ensure that Apple is always up to date and prepared for any changes. Implement regulatory adapts. Audits. Conduct regular internal and external audits to assess compliance and identify areas for improvement. This proactive approach can prevent potential issues, ensuring ongoing adherence to regulations. And there is strengthened transparency, which are some policies like privacy policy and consumer communication. The conclusion of the presentation is that addressing data privacy challenges effectively requires a comprehensive strategy that integrates rigorous compliance measures, clear transparency practices, and regional adaptation. By focusing on advanced compliance technology, enhancing privacy policy communication, and tailoring marketing strategies to regional specifies. The next steps are implement compliance measures, enhance transparency, adapting marketing strategies. Thank you.